We're back, and on this week's episode of Espressos with Entrepreneurs, we're going to immerse ourselves into the world of coffee. See what I did there?
I did, yep.
All right, so we're back. If you've been basing each of your weekly activities off of our weekly Espressos with Entrepreneurs, you've probably been a little worried the last couple of weeks since we haven't had any new episodes.
Probably sitting in your house the last 3 weeks wondering what to do with yourself.
Shambles. Just the world has burned the last couple of weeks. But
yep.
Everything's in flux. As we talked about before, Jeremy is engaged, soon to be married. And so he's got stuff going on. I've been doing stuff too. So Jeremy didn't get to do everything. I got to do some stuff. And so we're back. We still got a few more methods to show you. We'll probably go a little bit farther than maybe the traditional school summer break. We'll go through like actual summer. We'll finish up sometime in August or something.
Yeah.
So don't be surprised if in the next week or two there's still some gaps because just stuff's going on. This guy's going to be on his honeymoon and
yep.
I'm going to be watching some Netflix at the house. And that's, I got to be busy doing that sometimes. Cause
gotta stay up to...
You got to watch your shows.
Up to date.
Yeah. So we're back. And like I'd said in the beginning, we're going to immerse ourselves into coffee. And you might think, oh, we're just going to be in the world of coffee like always. But I said that for a reason. We're dealing with something called the Immersion Method, something I had and still have actually no idea about. So I'll be learning along with you today. And what's this Immersion Method all about, Jeremy?
It's called immersion, as we've alluded to quite a bit. It combines the good natures of French press and regular pour-over coffee, and then eliminates the bad, negative characteristics of the French press.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little hybrid method that I enjoy. I got it for my birthday on Saturday of last week, so I'm kind of new to it too, but I've seen it and had it before, and I really enjoy it. So. Okay. And it's super simple, so once you watch this, you'll know how to do it. And if you buy the brand that I have, it has all the instructions on the box, so you can't go wrong.
Okay. So is this a pretty new method, or has it been around a while?
I really don't know, actually. I think the brand that we'll show you started it a little while ago, but I honestly don't know when they came out.
All right. Well, we'll go read the Wikipedia entry after we film this.
Sounds good.
Figure it out. All right. Well, let's get to it then. Let's figure out how to make some coffee using the Immersion Method.
Well, welcome back to the instructional corner of Reverb Coffee Company's summer school. As we said, today is the Immersion Brew Method. We have the clever coffee dripper box for you to look up and find on Amazon or eBay or wherever you get your coffee supplies. So let's get down to it, and I'll walk you through the supplies you'll need real quick. Obviously, you'll need the brewer. It also comes with a little coaster that sits on and a lid to cover it while it's brewing. For this method, you'll need a specific type of filter. It's the number 4. You can use MacLeod. I think there's different brands, but get these. This is the best kind to get. And then you'll need some fresh coffee, obviously, a timer, and you won't need a precision pour kettle for this one because it's kind of like the French press method. So let's get started. I'm going to fold this filter like I did with the pour over method, if you've seen that video. And I fold the side and the bottom. I fold the bottom the opposite way I folded the side, but it's not going to kill you if you don't do it that way. I just want it to sit down into the brewer as well as possible. So go ahead and pour some water. And to drain the water, you're just going to set it on your cup. This takes care of heating the brewer and the cup all at one time. For this method, we're going to use pretty much the same grind as we did for the Hario pour over method. Your brewer's heated, and and filters in there, and you're good to go. And we're using 22 grams of coffee. We're going to make 12 ounces or 350 grams of coffee. The instructions on the brewer don't say to do a pre-infusion like we've done in any other method, but I'm going to do it because that's the way I like to make coffee. So go ahead and start with about an ounce or two of water just to get all the coffee saturated and starting the brew process. And after 30 seconds, you're going to go ahead and pour the rest of your water in there. And then once all your coffee's in there, go ahead and give it a good stir. This is my AeroPress stirrer, so I'm being handy with all my tools, but you can use any spoon. Just give it a stir for a few seconds. Throw your lid on there. If you don't have a scale for this method, you can play around with this and do it until you get it right. Try starting out with a tablespoon or a tablespoon and a half of coffee and make a full cup of coffee. It'd be about 12 ounces. So if it's too strong or too weak, you can add more coffee or make your grind finer or play with the variables there. But you don't have to have a scale to use this method, but it just makes it super easy and you know that you're getting it right every time. So kind of like the French press, this method is over at 4 minutes. And then to drain it, you just take the brewer and set it on your cup. And it drains. The reason the brewer doesn't brew on top of the cup is because there's a little stopper underneath there that the cup actually engages. So you'll want to brew this on a flat surface so you don't get water all over the place or brew it faster than you need to. That's what makes it a little different than the pour over, so you're getting the full immersion of the French press, but you're also getting the paper filter of the pour over. So it's combining the positives of both of those while removing the sediment from your cup from the French press. So, and it keeps it super hot. Like this will be almost too hot for me to drink once it comes out, even though it's been going for 4 minutes now. To use this brewer, you're going to want to have just a normal coffee cup. Some coffee cups are a little too narrow or a little too wide, but pretty much the majority of anything you'll have in your house will work. So just a heads up, if it doesn't work, try find another mug and that one should work too. When you're done, just take the brewer off, set it in your sink and you're good to go. You have a freshly brewed cup of immersion coffee. It's a little bit too warm for me to drink right now, but trust me, it's delicious. Well, there you have it, a walkthrough of the immersion brew method. So it's pretty simple. So with this method, or with this video, you're probably as close to an expert as you can get. Go ahead and get you a little business card with Immersion Brew Expert under your name. Kind of fancy. So as we mentioned earlier, traditional school summer is kind of winding down. We hope you've had a chance to do a little bit of traveling. Done a little bit, not too much. Alan's going to be doing some traveling here in a couple months.
Going to the beach down in Gulf Shores.
Yep. And I'll be going to Seattle for my honeymoon in a week and a half, a little over a week and a half.
That's how you know a man's serious about his coffee, when his honeymoon is based around like going to a major coffee destination.
Well, it's going to be our first trial in marriage because she likes outdoors and I like coffee. So there's a lot of both there in Seattle. So we'll have to see who.
A lot of outdoors all across the United States, actually, for those that don't know. But yeah.
You know what I mean.
I
There's
gotcha.
the beach,
The mountains,
ocean, the mountains.
the Forks, where Twilight was filmed.
I don't think either of us are into that.
That's on the trip. I made sure it's on your itinerary.
Oh, dang. I didn't get the Excel spreadsheet. Sorry.
It's coming across soon.
It might have gone in the shredder on accident.
But anyway.
Well, if you have suggestions for us, he's going to Gulf Shores, Seattle for me, like we said. So if you've been there and have something that we just have to try or have to do or have to see, or if you're there, tell us you're there. We probably
won't see you.
But
you know, our spirits will be
You'll
with
feel
you.
our spirits in the city.
Our essence.
Hope it doesn't smell bad.
Nah.
We've gotten a bit ridiculous. We missed you guys.
Yeah, you know, it's been a couple of weeks. We had to get the ridiculousness off so that we can get back to serious business.
Yep.
Like making coffee.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think that pretty much covers this week's immersion method. I don't know why I can't say that. But we hope you enjoyed it. We hope to have some more for you in the next couple of weeks, but don't be surprised if we're maybe not here next week. But in the meantime, go to our Facebooks, our Twitters, our Pinterests, our Instagrams. anything you can find us on the internet, go there. And
our websites.
Our websites. We have websites. And subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't yet. Like this video, comment. We say the same thing every week. So, and until next time.
Don't take yourself too seriously.
Because we sure as heck don't.